Oh yeah, baby, it's time once again for another episode of This Old Outboard.
It's my 83 25 horse on my 15-foot Duracraft. This motor does 30 mile an hour because I put a 35 horse carburetor on it. 1971 carburetor. Since the rain came, I ran down here and put a bilge pump in, and that was just the quickest spot to mount it. And that battery is a little iffy. So I hit the starter button. I haven't started this thing up since I caught that last bass. And nothing, dead as a doornail. I'm going to check it out today, possibly swap that battery out, see what's going on, why this thing... Oh, stupid me. It won't start unless it's hooked up to the battery. Damn, I'm losing it, people. It's a real life saga, baby. Alright, so that's the problem. I hit the button on it. I came down here and it always has a little bit of water left because the pump is sitting a little high, which keeps all the crap out of it. So I come down here, stand in the corner, all the water runs to the corner and blows out. So I'm hitting the starter button and I'm like, why didn't this thing start? So that's the problem. Rain in the forecast, but I'm gonna get this done, fire this baby up, take a first spin, clean it up a little bit, and probably just take a friggin' plastic garbage bag, cover it up like I did last year. Then I'm gonna head over to the Starcraft and start pulling the frickin' transom wood out of there. And I don't want any friggin' interruptions. So that's what the hell is going on. Whee! All right, let's see what I got here. Well, I'm at 12.38. Let's see if that'll fire her up. I had this battery in the RV for a while and it just would not stay charged for very long. So I don't know. I pulled that radio out that was in the RV because I had a funny feeling it may have been draining the battery. And just bump it here. Oh, it don't have any guts left. No. So I'll bring the other battery down and I think I'll just jump it and take it for a run. Try to charge this up. But that's the problem with these charging systems. You got to run full speed to charge it. And I believe the way the system works, if you're running, and I'm sure this thing took a dump when I hit the starter button, but if you're running a battery with only 12.5 volts, that's all it's going to return to the battery. I think that's how the system works. It's not going to bring it up on these outboards. It's not going to bring it up to, 12 point or say 13 volts. It's just going to keep returning what it's getting. So, see what happens here. All right. Something don't feel right here. I was playing around with this thing when I was trolling. Yeah, it should be close enough. Alright, let's see. Come on, choke. I brought my voltmeter back. I'm gonna get my voltmeter and just see what's going on while this thing is running at idle, and see what kind of volts are coming out and blah blah blah. Like I said, I believe the way these things work. It's like what I said before. But let's give it a shot and see what's happening there. Oh baby. Now with both of these batteries, this one I just recently charged and can't remember what it was at. When I checked it last, it's at 12.44. So this one is at 12.44. So before it was at 12 point what? I forgot already. 2, 8, something like that. So let's take this one completely off and see what's going on real quick. I don't know if you can see that, but it was going up to 12.50. So what I was talking about before may apply to the older 70s, 60s motors and not the 80s motors. But I mean, it's charging, there's no doubt about that, and I'm not running full blast. Let's see how high it'll go. So it's putting a charge on that battery. Not, you know, crazy, but if I was out running high speed, I'm sure it would go up there. So yeah, it looks like now these 80s motors are taking the place of the 70s motors, say 10 years ago, when there, you know, used to be a lot of the 70s motors out there for sale. You don't see them around too much anymore. A lot of people are buying them and holding on to them, and or junking them, which is stupid. But these 80s are great motors. They're just bigger, heavier than the old 70s 25s. And I've said it before, this is really 30 horsepower head. Research has been done. The ports aren't bigger in a 30 compared to a 20. The only thing they do to make these 20 horse, 25, 30, 35, depending on the cc, or the cubic inch I should say, is change the carburetors around. You go look it up. There's, you know, go to iBoats. If you're familiar with iBoats, Cody Bass was even on there. That's all these guys do, is take these 25 motors and bump them up to 30, 35 with the carb, and of course the intake, and in some cases the reeds. Now this one, 25, and let me say real quick too, that when you buy one of these old motors, you don't know what friggin' carburetor's on there. If it's original, if it was swapped out. You know, you could have a 25 with a 20 horse carb on it. You won't know until you do the research. So what happened to me, I told this story before. I bought this thing, I only bought it for the gear case. And the more I looked at it and checked it out, I was like, man, this thing's sweet. It's in that video called Chasing Outboards. And I went with this power head and the whole system. I changed this thing around a couple times. The transom mount, put the lighter weight transom mount on it. Then went back to this one because this one you can flip the motor up out of the water. And it's bigger, bulkier, and heavier, but I like the idea to be able to flip it up out of the water. This was a remote when I got it. Swapped it over to push button and manual choke. Like I was saying, iBoats. That's all these guys do. They'll show you pictures. What a 30 horse carb looks like. What a 20 horse carb looks like. The Venturi gets smaller in a 20 horse. And so does the high-speed orifice or jet. Alright, so my battery's leveled out. It's down to 12.47 now. And should be good to go. Now when I hit that starter, that battery dumped down about, well, it was at 1244, dumped down to about 1238, and it's holding steady right around there. Got my little camera. Water's nice today. Every time I run this boat, I got to change my trim pin depending on how much weight I have in the front. So last time I was running it, I had a full boat, trolling motor, battery, gear. So what I did today was just threw that extra battery up front for a little weight. Alright, let's see what we got on this thing. Yeah, I'm porpoising too much on this where I've got that pin set because it's set for the extra weight. But you can see that the voltage jump when I hit the throttle. Let's head over to the old cove, baby. I haven't been to the cove in a while. Boy, I smell fish right here. Woo. Here's the cove, baby. It's my spot right here at the cove, right off this point. I see if I can stay on smooth water, this thing will hold pretty good. It won't porpoise too bad. Not even close to full throttle. I hit one little ripple, buddy, it's all over. I'd say my charging system is charging good. Alright, we'll head over to the Starcraft, start tearing that puppy apart. Alright, so you can see this here. And you can see was not glued together. It's put in one piece at a time. So, not a bad cut. But on the inside, it doesn't come all the way down in this bottom ledge where it needs to sit in there. So, find out in a minute. So no, it doesn't look like this has been glued to the transom. Everything I need is at back at my house at the frickin' in my shed. So I'll give it a shot. See if I can do anything here. Not tearing anything up. Well, this seems to be the best way to go. This whole corner is so bad. And it's bad up here. Not like this though. Because I'll be here all year trying to wedge this first piece out. Now this is what I was talking about, this piece here. They don't go all the way to the bottom. It's a little hair higher than the bottom, it seems like. Come on, baby. Ooh, drill's hot, baby. Where's the clouds? Yep, soaking wet, but I mean, you know it's going to be soaking wet because it's been sitting out here. Yeah, see, it's not touching the bottom, which may be a good thing because the water that would get in there is going to run off. But it's that far from the bottom. Oh, wait a minute, I can push it in a little bit. Maybe this one should have some holes drilled in it for future problems. I don't know. I gotta get this out. Come on. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Go. Here we go. Oh, don't break. Wow, now, is that glue? I don't know. Something was on there. Could have been from the old transom. Who knows? When I cut this and put this baby in there, it's going to be waterproof. Yeah, it was in there tight. I can say that. Just wasn't all the way to this. All the way down. I'm going to sit this up so it can dry out a little bit. And clean up my mess.
Oh yeah, baby, you know the channel.